So today I'm going to be looking at my seedlings and raising up the lights on the seedling containers. So follow along with me and I'll show you how this system worked out for me. I got it on Amazon for $100. It is a black metal frame with clear plastic that goes on the tray to create a base so it doesn't fall through. And then the 3 levels below me have lights, and the upper level is really for your natural light to come through from your greenhouse. So that's what we're going to be doing, is taking a look at the seeds that I planted and how to raise the lights as the seeds grow. So when your seedling growth gets this high where you're touching the light, these are able to raise up. So we'll go ahead and raise those. I've got our little snap peas there. This row is doing particularly well. A little uneven. Let's go one more on this side. I've got 2. Move that one up. That might just be where it's placed. Okay, so now we've got a little more clearance for our seeds. And as you can see, these back ones need a little more height too. This one, let's turn these around. The ones that are doing incredibly well are the Cosmos. So as you can see, this is my status, super great germination. These ones, I only got 1. And that's okay. What I do when I only get so many that germinate is that I just reseed that. I'll reseed these 5 pots again. But we've gotten 3 over here. Looks like these aster were fine. So these are aster, 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 aster. And then we've got status and then Cosmo. Cosmo apparently does incredibly well. The black-eyed Susans, no matter where I plant them, they never germinate. So the seed packet must have been really old, and so the germination rate went way down. But these are our sweet peas. Here's some tomatoes back here. And then here's some peppers. This is red and yellow peppers. And then the Jimmy... Nardello sweet peppers. And then I think that's the same here, and we've got some artichokes. So let's raise the bottom light. So these ones are okay back here because we've still got some clearance. This one, which is nice that the lights are separate, so you can keep these down low when they're needed with the nasturtium. The nasturtium are so pretty. I love those leaves. And then this one's a little higher. So let's go down to the bottom rack down here. And let's move up the second set of lights because we've got some down there as well. In here we've got, it looks like green beans. And then this one is cabbage. This one should be okra, which I'm really excited about. Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, and cabbage. Cabbage did not take off, so then we just put more seeds in there. And if they don't germinate again, it's likely that the seeds were old and won't germinate. But as you can see, this one did, so we either lost germination on that one, it got overwatered, whatever happens with seedlings sometimes. These are Shasta daisies, and the one behind it are marigolds. And you could start cutting out the seeds, but I'm gonna try to let them all grow and separate them. So we'll see, especially because Shasta daisies in particular are like little weeds, and they, for some reason, will survive anything. So we'll give that a try. This back row we'll have to take a look at in a second, and the one back there, this one did not germinate at all, and that's why I've still got those covers on. So let's move up the lights one more time. This is the dahlias that we saved, and they're moist. I kept them moist. There's one that had like a little bit of growth right here. Okay, let's show you. So this is it trying to grow. And so we'll plant these in seed soon, but I was moistening this vermiculite and kind of rehydrating these. And I'm really excited about planting those as soon as we have room. In the meantime, they're in the box, and I keep this moist, and I keep it down here so that it doesn't get too much light, because they're not ready to grow yet. So these were our dahlias, our miniature dahlias from last year. Germination on this row is very sad compared to these. Now, all of them were domed to start out. So they had the doming system on, and do you see how the domes they keep the moisture in for the seedlings, but as you can see, we've got really sparse germination. And so what will happen? I'm gonna let these I'll take these off today and let these dry out a smidge, because they might be a little too moist. The thing about seedlings is that, see, these ones started and then they died. So seedlings have dampening off where their root system is too wet. And it's hard for me to believe. It's funny because this row seems to love everything. We've got yarrow here. We've got lavender, we've got the blue salvia. There's nothing in this echinacea, but there is one in the gomphrena. And so, gosh, an entire seed tray of this size should have germinated every single cell. So I will go back and reseed. See, this must have been a seedling that dampened off. So that happens. It's interesting that this area was perfectly fine. Same seed soil, same temperature in the greenhouse. Let's take this one off. Let's let them air out a little. We've got, this one is the butterfly milkweed. So that one had 1 and 2. This one's still doing well. And then this one, all the things I wrote in orange disappeared. So this one is a sunflower. I can still read it a little. So I'm going to, ooh, there might be a smidge right there. I'm not seeing anything else. So this whole area, I'll have to reseed everything, which I'll probably do in the next couple days, to be honest, so that I can catch up. These were all flowers that I got from Johnny Seed online. And I don't think it's a seed company that has an issue, because I got a lot of these from there, and these are all flowers. Well, most of them are flowers on that row for sure. So we'll just reseed it. That's kind of what gardening's about. Let's look at the top. That's why I have this little ladder here. So these are the onion sets you saw before. Move those over. All right, so this is a growing medium that you can use to put a plant. I took some plants, what was this, lamb's ear. Check it out. I took some lamb's ear clippings. I sat them in here. This one didn't stay. I'm leaving it there in case it changes its mind, but this one's regrowing. So if you can get it to grow a root system, you can make a plant out of this. And I love, love, love lamb's ear. So that's what I'm doing. You can do this with lavender too, is you can clip a piece of lavender, put it in here where the pre-made hole is. This stays moist. I've got a paper bag here, so as it moistens and stays moist, it's hydroponic growing where it's water and no soil. So that's pretty cool. Our phlox. So earlier we talked about pots that decompose. You could use these. And so phlox is germinating in each one of these, so that's wonderful. These seeds we found and we did not know what they were. So when they actually produce something, a flower, a piece of fruit, whatever, I'll let you know. And then this was cotton that we planted. I think this one is gonna die, but these ones grew just fine. And this is cotton seeds that Joe got in Florida. We've literally had it for 2 years. And AJ and I just popped it in there for fun. Okay, so that is my seedling station and how we raised up the lights. I hope you enjoyed it. This was kind of, for me, a first timer, an inexpensive system. And I like how it works out, where you can kind of tuck, like we had the dahlias underneath the system, so you have kind of like a spacing underneath for storage or further things that don't need light. If you've got those seeds that want darkness, you can create a darkness underneath. Then you have 3 rows of lighted area, and then the top where you're going to have a natural light growing area. And so for me, this worked out quite well. I'll give you a look at it one more time, but that was one of my favorite purchases this year, in addition to the greenhouse. I think this will make my seedling starting much easier. If you recall in previous videos, I would grow things in the laundry room, and what would happen is I get complete leggy seedlings, because what would happen, let me show you. So in the laundry room, we have the counter, and the sun comes in through the window, so the plant would naturally lean toward the sun. That's what leggy plants are, where they grow legs in a way, or they lengthen themselves and stretch toward the light. When you have a small greenhouse like this, the light comes in from all angles. That's why the roof is clear, but also the surrounding perimeter is clear. And so it allows for sun to be penetrating that plant from all sides. And so for me, between the greenhouse and the seedling starting tray or shelf, I see this as a different type of opportunity for me to start things when it's cold and I can't be outside, like today when it's raining, and then eventually taking these, like these beautiful onions, taking these, and then they go outside. Like, it's just makes gardening fun. So with that, I hope you enjoyed the overview of how to raise the lights, how to start your seedlings. And while we didn't go over planting the seeds, we've gone over planting seeds multiple times, so you get the drift. And then anything that you see as a planting failure, just reseed it. I mean, we have tons of seeds for that reason, and germination for one reason or another doesn't always happen. So thank you for joining me. I hope that you subscribe and enjoy these videos. If anything, I just really hope that you can see that gardening is for anybody. I've had a lot of failures in gardening, and I've only really just gotten to the point where I feel like I'm not necessarily good, but I can get the results that I'm looking for. So again, this is Christina Within the Garden. Thank you so much, and have a great day.